At that point, the cat dug her teeth into my calf. "Ow!" I shrieked. Indifferent to her pet's behavior, Sarah pried Vlad the Impaler off the lower part of my leg and repeated the most important rule of the job. Got it, I thought. Don't forget the key. Stay away from the cat. At the tail end of one of the deepest sleeps I'd had in months, my alarm went off. It was an unconventional one because it sounded like a Doberman barking at the top of his voice. Eyes half open, I rolled off the top of the bunk bed, pulled on my clothes, grabbed both dogs, and walked out of the door. "Are you going to trust me this time?" I asked the Chihuahua, who needed to be airlifted into and out of the elevator, otherwise he'd trip and fall through the gaps. I mean, how much more adorably helpless can you get? Normally, he would kick his legs out in protest and look like he was on the receiving end of a none too pleasant wedgie. So it was a big moment when he voluntarily crawled into my palm instead. The experience appeared to have lightened his step. Once out of the lift, I watched on as he ran towards the outside world, gathering speed like a tiny plane on a Red Bull runway, which would have been fine if he hadn't launched himself straight into a wall. Thwack! The Doberman winched. My stomach flipped. But Paco the Chihuahua was a tough little cookie. He rebounded off the concrete, shook his head, and decided to act as if nothing had happened. Relieved, we welcomed him into a collective cuddle. Then we were on the march again, and this time with the hopes of making it beyond the lobby. By now I'd been on the job for 12 hours, so I knew where to take the dogs, when to rein them in, how to take compliments on their behalf. "Aren't you a good boy?" people would say. "Yes," I would reply. "Yes, I am." As far as I was concerned, this was just another glorious Sunday morning in the middle of September. The sun beat down on the beach and sparkled over the Mediterranean waves as we weaved in and out of the crowds. It wasn't until we walked back across the perfectly trimmed lawns surrounding Sarah's building that it hit me. I had violated rule number 1 of Dog Club. Do not forget the key.